Hey everyone, just doing a quick note on the front of this video. This is the grocery video. Of course, a rooster has joined me because I'm out here. It's a grocery video. Normally I'd have a bit of a spiel on the front about spending and, oh my gosh, and everything else, but obviously I'm not real capable. I pushed through yesterday to get the groceries done. As you can tell, my voice gets worse and worse throughout the video, but I decided I'd push through. And I just wanted to come home and be sick at home. So I got the videos done though, but it just doesn't have some of the middle bits and pieces that I'd normally put. So I've put both videos together. There's the grocery. There is the groceries at the beginning, the actual groceries, like process, and then from about 15 minutes in, there's the tables full of actual groceries. So watch what you want to watch, don't watch what you don't want to watch. I'll put some timestamps in the description, and there's totals at the end as well as to what I spent. It was a normal about $2,200 for the 6 weeks groceries. 6 weeks groceries, off-grid, 8 people, large family, work from home, school from home, all that sort of stuff. So this video probably is not going to get me the boost that it normally does because I can't really do it properly. But that is life and it is what it is. So enjoy the video and I will see you when I'm feeling a little bit better. Thanks guys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Our Small Footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. This video is the actual shopping trip for the 6-weekly grocery haul. So everyone likes to see the bits and pieces that I do in the 2.5 days that I'm here. So I did it last month and it worked out okay. And again, we're going to attempt it again this month and see how it goes. I always struggle a little bit with these videos because I'm not real great at filming in public. I get very embarrassed about it. So I don't do a whole lot of it. And what I do, I end up having to voice over later, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it is already midday on Thursday. So I came down yesterday, got to Brisbane around about lunchtime. I had some work to do in the morning, so it was late by the time I got here. It was 2 o'clock actually, I think. So I picked up the pavers, which I've got a photo of here, and I'll hop out of the car and show you in the back in a minute. And that was pretty much all I got done yesterday, was the pavers. So they were picked up though, and I got them sorted into the car. I got headphones in, I wanted to make sure they were recording, so I just stopped to check that. That's why there's a bit of a stutter there. All right, pavers done yesterday, that was about it, and then I spent the evening at mum's with her like normal. Then this morning I had to get a video up for the planning video that I hadn't finished, so I got that up before I left the house, and then I went to my aunt and uncle's, which is where I had parked the trailer. So I got the freezer, the hybrid fridge freezer, delivered to their place, and then I parked the trailer there because then I don't have to take it shopping. So I went there this morning, we got the freezer up onto the trailer, I'll show you a photo of it. Freezer's up on the trailer for the moment, and the trailer's still parked there with the eskies on it. I rearranged the pavers in the back. As I said, I'll hop out and show you at the moment, because we wanted to redistribute the weight a little bit better, more to the center of the car rather than towards the back of the tray. And I have the big metal tin, you can see there, the big metal tin on there that I put all the dry goods and stuff. It's there because once I fill that, we can't move it unless I empty it again. So I wanted it nice and centered. Now, I've told the story before, but the ladder racks, the aluminium ladder racks on the back of the ute were really badly bent, and it caused a lot of problems because it skewed in towards the tray and you couldn't put stuff flush there. Now, it was my fault. I had a fridge, this was years ago, I had a fridge on the back of the ute upright, and I was on the phone to mum at the time on Bluetooth driving and saying that I was heading to Kmart, and she's like, oh, there's a new Kmart's opened up at Carindale, you should go there instead of Cannon Hill. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, then I can do other stuff. Drove into the Carindale car park and totally forgot I had a fridge on the top. So I hit one of the low barriers with the top of the fridge, and the fridge got thrown backwards and it bent the ladder racks. Luckily no damage to the windscreens, the fridge was a little dented but it still worked. But yeah, anyway, so the ladder racks have been broken for years, I reckon. They've been bent, and we've tried a bunch of different things, used ratchet straps to try and bend them back. We tried to hunt someone down to fix it for us, and we haven't been successful. So Uncle Jeff, while I was there picking the metal tin up off the trailer, said he had a strap that you use to like pull cars along and stuff, and so we hooked it up to a tree and managed to bend it back pretty square. So we've just done that. So it means that it's now lunchtime. and I'm only just hitting Carindale. So I'm going to go and have something to eat because I haven't eaten anything yet today. I had a coffee at mum's, but that was it. And then I'm going to get started with everything else. So I'll hit Kmart up first and get that stuff done, and then I'll probably do Coles, Woolworths, Aldi, and then I'll have to go to Cannon Hill as well, and I'll go to that Aldi and the Bunnings there, I think, is the trips for today, and hopefully get that all sorted. I might buy some stuff to cook in mum's air fryer for dinner tonight, so that we don't order in again. Much cheaper that way. And maybe some dessert or something. Some fancy donuts. There's a place here, Brooklyn Donuts I think it is, that sells some really, really decadent donuts. So when I'm here, I tend to buy a couple of them, and mum and I share them for dessert. So a nice treat there. And so I'll show you them if I get them. But so for the moment, I've just hit the car park. I've just parked the car. I'm parking up on the roof because I really like to have lots of car parks around me empty when I'm trying to get up and down. And because that tin is way up high, I might have to buy a step stool because I'm going to have to climb into the tray to fill the tin. And normally I'd use an esky. I'd pull an esky off the back of the car, stand on the esky and get up there and use that. But all the eskies are on the trailer, which I didn't think about. So I may need to get a small step stool, which, you know, would be useful at home anyway. A nice cheap one to get up on the side of the car. I could just go in the back of the car. But yeah, so I'm going to jump out and show you we've rearranged the pavers, and then I'm going to head in to Carindale and have some lunch. I'm probably going to have Chinese because it's the place that I normally go to when I'm here, so I'll try and remember to take a quick shot of the noodle dish that I get. Share all these inconsequential little bits and pieces that everyone likes to see, and it's kind of fun to document as well. You know, it's you know, who doesn't love photos of food? And that's what I share most of the time. It's just this particular food someone else cooked. So yeah, let's go. We'll jump out and I'll give you a look. So we just rearranged the pavers to be less towards the back, so we stacked them up like that, got tin on top, so that will help with weight, and then having the weight of the trailer behind as well, this will help have the weight over the rear axle rather than spread out towards the end of the tray. So we've done that, and then we're going to head off. And this is the ladder racks. I mentioned that we straightened them out. They're much straighter than they were. They're still not perfect, but they're a hell of a lot better than they were. Alrighty, so Coles and Kmart's done. So we've got some underwear in here, some shoes. I actually managed to get Everlast for $18, so I actually got a pair of these for Apollo and a pair for Sonnet. Coles stuff's in the bottom, you know, ramen, all that sort of stuff. I got a floor mat for my computer chair because I'm on the edge of a rug and I keep on getting caught on it. A couple more pairs of these discounted at Kmart. They're only $25, these white ones, and we're short a couple of heads. I think we're short one, so I bought one and a spare of those. Socks, said we were getting socks. A little craft kit for Sonnet, because Sonnet is our one who, well, everyone else is on computers and stuff. She'd like to do something with the hands, and I saw this little clearance latch hook kit for $6, so I grabbed it for her. And then there's just more underwear and stuff like that there as well. So that was Kmart done, and Cole's done underneath. Got myself a coffee milk, which I'm going to drink now. I'm going to empty this into the car, and then I'm going to go in and do Woolworths. Woolworths done, just a few bits and pieces. Some buns and stuff to make chicken burgers for dinner tonight with mum. I got some buttermilk chicken thigh things and some frozen chips to go in her air fryer. I got the spaghetti and macaroni from there because the macaroni was on sale, this shape, which I quite like, and spaghetti there just saves me getting it from Aldi, one less thing to put in the Aldi trolley, and sugar from there because it saves me getting it from Costco, so it leaves me a little bit more room in the trolley at Costco. So and frozen veggies in the bottom of here as well. So now I'm going to head to Aldi. All right, so back in the car. I probably should turn the car off. It probably is too loud. Give me a sec. So back in the car, and now I'm going to head to Aldi and Bunnings. Now, I was going to do Aldi here at Carindale, and then if I needed to go to Aldi again, I could go to the one at Cannon Hill when I went to Bunnings. But I can't find a step stool anywhere here, so I'm going to have to go to Bunnings first so that I can get a step stool, because I'm not going to be able to pack the tin properly at Aldi without being able to get up and down off the ute. And whilst I can get up and down without a step stool, it's a lot of work, and it's going to be really hard on me, and it's just, I would prefer to just buy, you know, a $10-15 step stool that the kids can use at home anyway, to be able to just step up the side. As I said, I'd normally use an esky, but all the eskies were on the trailer and I didn't think about it. So normally I'd just pull an esky off and I'd use it to step up and down off the back of the ute if I need to. There is no side bits to step on, so you sort of have to, it's a real swing to get up on the back of the ute. It's high and you have to use the wheel, and it's not the nicest thing in the world to do. So whilst it's doable, it's not great for my body or anything else. So I'm going to get that step stool at Bunnings. So I'm going to go to Bunnings first, and then I will go to Aldi, and then I think I'm done for the day. It'll be dark by then anyway, and I'll head back to Mum. So it's like, I don't know, 3:30 or something at the moment, so I'm gonna hit school traffic, which is great, but that's life. And yeah, so I'm gonna head to Bunnings and I'll show you what I get there, and then I'll keep on going. So changed my mind. After all that, I forgot to get the step stool. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna do Bunnings in the morning. So I got galvanized brackets for the shelving in the hothouse, dynamic lifter, the shelving unit that will turn into a seed starting station, a new dump cart that we needed, as well as the lights for the seed starting station, and some more little mini greenhouses. There's a pair of secateurs in here as well too. So, and I forgot the step stool. So it's now like 5:30, it's starting to get dark. And I just honestly couldn't be bothered going to Aldi right this minute. The only issue with leaving Aldi for the morning is that it doesn't open till 8:30 in the morning, which gives me a bit of a later start than I'd like. I could go back to Mum's and take Mum's car to Aldi, and then we just load up the back of hers, and then tomorrow when we get the trailer, I use the esky to get up and I fill that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's a good idea because it's Thursday, it's late night shopping and all that sort of thing. I did buy stuff to make dinner though, so I don't know, I'll check with her, but I think I'm just gonna drive back to her for now because I'm not going to be competent at filling that tin up in the back of the ute where it is without something to boost me up and down. It's not going to work, and I'll just make a fool of myself. So, you know, so yeah, so 5:30 Thursday, I'm going to head back to Mum's, and then we'll see how we go. So I bought a full shelf unit. It's got lights and everything. It's based on a design on Hucho's channel. That's where I got the idea of it from. I've got seed mats at home, heat mats at home, and I've got a few of those greenhouses, and I've got a couple more that fit the 40 cell units in it. So that's the attempt to get some seedlings started early. Plus we've got the pavers to set up the hothouse properly as well, but I'm going to try starting some inside too, and you know, we'll see how we go. So anyway, that's it for now, and I'll come back to you. So it is Friday morning and I've woken up pretty sick, but I've decided I'm just going to push through and get the groceries done today. But it's going to be interesting to see how much of a voice I have by the time I get home to present the groceries. It may be a matter of me filming and pointing and then having to voice over it later. We'll see how we go. I did contemplate staying here for the weekend and coming home on Monday, but I might get worse over the weekend rather than better, and I think I'd prefer to just push through today and then be sick at home for the next couple of days. So yes, Friday morning, it's 8 o'clock. I didn't get to Aldi yesterday, and they don't open to 8:30, so we're just getting ready to head off to Aldi this morning, and then we'll keep on going. So I'll keep you updated as we go. Alrighty, so fruit and veg done, Aldi done. Now we've just hit Costco and it's like, I don't know, lunchtime. So I'll show you what we got at the back of the car. So for fruit and veg, we have to fill up Mum's car because you can't take the trailer into the car park. So I can't take the ute into the car park. So fill the Mum's car up with the fruit and veg. We'll leave that in there until we come out of Costco, and then we'll reorganize everything and things like that. So we're getting there at Costco, gonna have some lunch. Alrighty, worn out. It is 2:50 and we've just finished Costco. I didn't get much footage of anything because I feel like crap, so you know. We've loaded the car up, the ute up. We actually ended up unwrapping the freezer and putting stuff in the freezer on the trailer. So we've done that. Car's loaded. utes loaded, trailers loaded, and now I've got the 3-hour drive home. So heading home now. Alrighty, so you'll have to excuse the voice at the end of the day here, but we have the first table load full as per usual. So, Aldi's rice milk, they only had 18, and because I didn't make it to a second one, that's all I've got, so there's only 18 rice milk there, which is fine. They'll just have to have yogurt, or I'll make almond milk up and granola and things like that. We have about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 16 kilos of sugar, because I already had 4 left, and I'd like to keep about 20. I got a dozen tins of our coconut cream that we use mostly for cooking, and then there's a dozen tins of corn underneath. This was the only thing that was left in the cast iron range at Aldi that looked good to me, so I grabbed that. A pair of Levi's from Costco for Darryl. I got 2 of these basmati rices. They were half price. They're $11.50 for 5 kilos at, no, I don't know whether it was Coles or Woolworths, whichever one they were half price at the moment. And there's talk about shortages of rice and that sort of thing, and besides that it was half price, so I always buy it when it's half price anyway. I got a couple of different protein powders to use for the kids, mostly for baking. I'm going to make protein balls and stuff like that, so they've got snacks, but also to put in their smoothies as it gets warmer. These were on sale. This almond protein one is chocolate, so they'll be really nice in a smoothie. This one's just plain hemp protein, so that'll be good for like the bliss balls and stuff. It won't have much flavour, but it'll give that boost. I got them some elderberry lozenges because we've all got sore throats. I got cereal as per normal, 2 boxes of cornflakes, 4 boxes of Wheat Bix, 2 boxes of rice bubbles. Ketchup from Costco, we buy this once every 6 weeks, and we use this for hot dogs generally speaking, because if you haven't been here before, we always have hot dogs for dinner on shopping night. Some Dijon mustard, a couple of the crunchy peanut butter, and some yellow mustard. We did have some of this, but when the fridge died, it got left in there, so I thought I'd grab some fresh ones. They last for a long time. I got some glutinous rice flour, and it's because I wanted it for something specific. I can't tell you what that was right now, but I grabbed a small bag of that. Some of the goat's milk soap from Aldi. It doesn't have any SLS in it. We have 2, Darryl and Sonnet are both have issues with eczema with SLS products. This doesn't have SLS in it, so we buy that when I haven't been making any. Some laundry liquid. This dish detergent, I haven't tried it before. We like the green one, the one that's like lemon and ginger or something really nice and fresh, but they didn't have any of the Green Action brand at all, and this one says it's grey water safe, no phosphates and stuff, so I'm hoping it has no SLS in it, but of course they don't have the ingredients on the labels anymore. Corn chips, we like these corn chips from Coles. I got 6 packets of those for snacking and for nachos and things like that. Some rice vermicelli for making rice paper rolls. I got 6 of the sun-dried tomato pesto and 6 of the basil pesto from Aldi. I always buy a couple of bags of these tortillas from Costco. They're only $8.30 for 36 of them, which is a really good price, and they're great for when I haven't baked any breads or anything. I can send the kids to have wraps in that first period of time. A container of my favourite gravy mix, another jar of Vegeta. We didn't get through last month's obviously, but it's nice to have a second one on the shelf. Rice crackers, like a box each of plain and seaweed, so there's 16 packets of each flavour. Rice cakes, I got 12 packets of those. I got some oyster sauce and some tomato paste to go on the shelf. I got some Glad wrap and some foil. I was trying to stop using Glad wrap and I haven't quite got there, so I thought I'm going to buy one more thing, and hopefully by the time I get through this I've managed to convert most of my usage away from Glad wrap, but it is what it is. So some Glad wrap and some foil. The ramen noodles, I got 8 of the plain ramen noodles, and they actually had a different one, an egg noodle, that I bought just one of to have a look at because we like to give that a go. The ghee, now someone sent me a screenshot. The new Gold Coast Costco opened up, and they have 5 litre tins of ghee at the Gold Coast one. I was really hoping I'd find that at the Ipswich one, but there wasn't. So I've got the normal ghee, 3 of the boxes of UHT coconut milk. That's what we use for our coffees mostly. That's the main use that we have for that. 3 of the 1 kilo honey. These are a really good price at Costco. They are $10 for the kilo. I got some of the soft nylon scourers. Coffee beans, there's a second one of these somewhere, not sure, but it'll turn up.
some batteries. We do have rechargeable batteries, but not enough to do us, and these were on special, so I grabbed some of these. Garbage bags, sultanas. It is Orpheus's favourite thing. Sultanas are one of his favourite things. A bottle of soy sauce. I grabbed olive oil at Coles and Aldi because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it at Costco. It ended up that I could get it at Costco, but now we've got the Coles one to try and the Aldi one to try as well. Hot dog buns for dinner tonight, and the veggie crisps that the kids really like. So that was just a treat. Bye. Alright, next table lot we've got here, we have some macaroni noodles. This brand was on special and I really like the shape, so I grabbed 6 of those. I got a dozen of the dry spaghetti. Bought a couple of boxes of these little mini Oreos, so just a treat for the kids that I saw at Aldi. Some ketchup Menis. This is the Aldi olive oil that I bought. And then I got the 4 of the Kirkland's, the Costco one. So the Costco one ends up being 85 cents per 100. The Aldi ends up being 80 cents per 100, and the Coles one was 95 cents per 100. So they're all very similar, so it means that if we don't mind the Aldi or the Coles one, then that'll be good because they're always available. 25 kilo bag of plain flour and a 25 kilo bag of baker's flour. We also got 2 of the packs of the Quilton toilet paper. Next lot of stuff, we have a box of broccoli. I think this one was $16 or $18, so that's pretty good. We got a box of passion fruits. I think this was $10 for this whole box of passion fruit, so I'm going to have to spend some time canning this up, make some cordial, things like that. 15 kilo box of apples, a box of, that's baby spinach again, and a big box of bananas. Bananas weren't real cheap, but the kids requested bananas, so I grabbed them. Celery, 2 bags of lemons, they were a couple of bucks each. Onions were really cheap. I think it was $12 for a 15 kilo bag or something along those lines. They were cheap. I got some carrots. I just got these from Costco because I didn't want the big 20 kilo bag from the fruit and veg store, so I bought the carrots from Costco. I got 2 bags of oranges. These were $1 a kilo. Just some of the kids prefer oranges to mandarins, so I grabbed some oranges as well. I got some lettuce, and again I just grabbed this from Costco because I didn't need a full box, and some Asian greens. We have to eat these pretty quick, but these were on special too. Well, they were cheap. It was $4 for a bag with 4 pak choy in it, which is a pretty good price. Bought myself some pizza cheese, some shredded cheese because I am out of shredded cheese. I got 2 boxes of tomatoes. These are really nice looking tomatoes, and it was $16 a box, so it's not great, but it's not too bad. So some tomatoes and a box of mandarins. I think these were only $10 for this box of mandarins. He also had some really cheap potatoes. So these are Dutch cream potatoes, which are a really nice potato, and they were stored a little incorrectly, so they're a little bit soft. I don't care about that. They were $5 per box of potatoes, so that will do really well. I didn't go overboard with the fruit or veg this month because I'm not feeling well, and I know that I'm going to have a bit of a crash for the next couple of days, so I didn't want to give myself too much work. So I basically bought the stuff that we're going to use fresh up rather than having a surplus of anything else. Alrighty, next load. We have a packet of pastry. I got 2 of the chicken breasts. They are running at $10.39 a kilo at the moment, and 4 of the thighs, which are running at $11.29 a kilo at the moment. I found this tray of lamb at the butcher. Now, Costco sells really good quality lamb packs, but they're all over $100 because they're quite large, and it's just more than I want to get in one go because whilst I like lamb, we're not huge lamb eaters. So this one was marked down to $50, so it was like a smaller tray, so I thought we'd get that. I got some of my preferred cheeses. These were like $4 off on special, so I grabbed the 3-pack of them. Grabbed a pork belly to use for bacon. It was, what are we running at, $15.99 a kilo this month. Some frozen roadies. The stir-fry noodles that we like, there's just a meal worth of those. Some of the Italian-style salami. 2 packs of the hot dog sausages. They didn't have the chicken and pork ones that we've been getting lately. They didn't have them today, so I prefer these ones as the next choice because they're a pork one. They do have a American style one, but it's a beef mix. I prefer the pork. Some hummus for the kids, sour cream, a tub of Nuttelex. I bought some frozen raspberries. We have plenty of frozen fruit at the moment, but we don't have a whole lot of cordials on the shelf, so I bought this actually to make some cordial with. I got 4 of the economy bacon these were $8 a kilo this month at the butcher, and some of the Aldi ham in the 4-packs for the kids, some frozen veggies. We already have some in the freezer still, but these are my preferred brand, and when I see them I grab them because you can't always find them at the moment. Got a box of the beef trim that I turn into mince. So this is normally 2 vacuum sealed. It's sealed, otherwise I'd show you, but 2 vacuum sealed packs, $9.89 a kilo, and it's 16.9 kilos in this box. And the normal case buy of the rolled pork leg roast. So if you buy a case of it, which is 3 of them at whatever weight, this one ended up being about 23 kilos, it is $6.99 a kilo instead of $7.99 a kilo. So I grabbed a case of those. And the butcher had chicken legs on special, so it was a 12 kilo box for $24, so $2 a kilo, so I grabbed those as well. If we are successful at processing more of the roosters, we'll have more chicken this month, but at the moment I wanted to make sure that we had enough to get by anyway. So we got the new hybrid fridge freezer up because this is what we need to put stuff in. We've turned it on. We got the crates from Bunnings. Amanda told us that these fit in here. She said they fit 6 across, but I must have misunderstood. So it seems they fit 3 but too high. So we've got those to use in here, and then the baskets fit on the top. They still slide over the top of the baskets, so of the crates. So, and then there's that bit of extra room there. So it's a bit dirty because I had to fill it with all the veggies when we were bringing it home. So we're going to give that a go anyway, and I'll show you once we fill it up. Alright, so this is what we've done so far. We'll have to see how it goes. We've got the tomatoes in here for the moment, baby spinach in there. We've got the miscellaneous top stuff in the shelves, like the ham and all that. And then I've got the lamb and the beef trim and all the chicken in these 2. And then in this one we've got the chicken legs on top because I'll have to deal with them pretty much straight away. Pork down the bottom because it's a while off, and bacon and stuff underneath this one. So we'll just let the fridge chill, and then we'll assess it over the next couple of weeks and see how it works.